Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. I'm in one of my favourite machines of all time here, the Ferdinand, Tier 8 German tank destroyer, with the big gun. And platooned up with Quickie Baby and Ector in one of Quickie Baby's live streams. And we're on Ensk, it's an encounter battle on Ensk. Ensk is probably my favourite map in the game, and it's a fantastic map to be on the Ferdinand. Those tight city streets, for tank destroyers that don't have a turret, tight city streets are a blessing, because even if you're not platooned up and you don't have people to protect your flanks, the limited maneuverability and opportunities for people to get around your flanks when you're in those tight city streets are an absolute godsend. And what we're doing here is what we pretty much end up doing just about every time we're on Ensk. And you saw Quickie Baby typing messages to the team in chat there. Just charge down this flank, guys. And the team respond. And we've got all kinds of tanks coming down this way. There's a Lerva with us, there's a 4502A, a T25AT, and we really put the hurt down on the enemy team on this side. Now my first target is this T43. I don't have much of a shot because that wall's in the way, and my first shot misses, but it does destroy the cover that he's hiding behind, which allows me to really lay the hurt on this guy with my next two shots. Like that one, which just took half his health off. Which is nice. Now Ector's getting stuck into a Lerva and a KV5. I'm just going to pause it here and just point something out. That was a 240 damage penetrating hit from the KV5. And he hit me where my armour is 200mm thick and sloped back at 15 degrees. KV5's gun only has 167mm of penetration, so that was either a 1 in a million shot, or what is more likely is he's using gold ammo. And you do tend to find that a lot in premium tank drivers, purely because, generally speaking, the guns, and we're talking about tanks like the Super Pershing here and the KV5, the guns have really, really lousy penetration. But, you know, I'm not complaining about it, I'm just pointing it out. Premium ammo is in the game. People can and will use it. There's no sense in crying about it. You just have to learn how to deal with it. And it's only 240 damage. It's not something to complain about. Well, now that Lerva and KV5 are the only things left on this flank. They've got an ARL-44 going around, Quickie Baby and Ector in front of them. And every time they back up, well, they've got a Ferdinand putting shots in their ass. Oh yes, Mr. KV5. There you go. You're not so clever with your gold ammo now, are you, pal? And every time these guys try to back up and get away from the tanks in front of them, they've got me sitting here, laying the hurt down. There goes the Lerva. And Ector, he's playing this smart, actually. He waits for the KV5 to fire, and then he charges round. And I have to hold my shot here, because I'm not sure which side of the KV5 he's going. Charges round to get behind him, but, yeah. My 128mm friend is a little bit faster than your Centurion, mate. So that's my kill too. I'm doing alright, I'm on 2 kills. Quickie Baby and Ector both have 1 each, and we totally clean the clocks of the enemy team on this flank. And there's Ector's second kill. Finished off a low health KV-1S, and off he goes. Now, Quickie Baby's headed with a 4502A right up the flank here to nail this T32. And he does put the hurt down on this guy, and I can't support him initially because of everybody crossed in front of me, and that ARL-44 takes the hit. And then of course I do get a shot at the T32 and I miss it anyway. But Quickie Baby, well, he doesn't get into trouble. I mean, he doesn't get himself into fights that he is probably going to lose, because he's too good a player. But he does start taking some damage here, and I'm trying to help him. I'm talking to him on Skype, and there's a bit of miscommunication here. I'm trying to get him to back up into cover behind that 4502A so I can take a shot. But there's a lot of movement going on, backwards and forwarding, and I'm like, dude, get out the way. Which way do I turn? Which way? No, go left, go left, go left. And boom. So a little bit of miscommunication there, and he took a little bit more damage than he needed to. But any second now he's going to be reloaded, and he uses the time he's reloaded to start flanking around and get behind the enemy team concentrated in the centre of the city. Now, Hector just died, killed by an ARL-44 of all things, the humiliation. And I'm too late on this flank to save him, but I can at least avenge him and finish off the ARL. And another reason why I love playing big, heavy tank destroyers like the Ferdinand on Ensk is because you can reach quite a respectable amount of speed on these roads. I'm doing 30 kilometers per hour here. And it's not quite fast enough. What I'm trying to do is, I mean, you can look at the map and see where all these enemy heavies are, and I just want to get round behind them, and it'll be a shooting gallery up this long road. So you can get up to a decent speed on Ensk in the Ferdinand, but it's just not quite enough. And I've got one shot at this IS, and as I'm aiming, well, 4502A pops out, finishes him off, takes the kill. Well, you know, which is fine. Dead tank's a dead tank. It doesn't really matter who kills it. But I'm up to 4 kills now. We've lost Hector. He's on 2 kills. And well, I don't know what it is about T-32 drivers. This is where Quickie Baby comes to his end, and bang, there you go. T-32 killed him. And I suppose it really shouldn't be surprising, because T-32s are probably just grateful to find another Tier 8 tank that they can actually penetrate and kill without having to put too much effort into it. But now this guy's the only guy left, and he didn't deserve this result. 5 kills. And it's a horrible loss. But now he's completely stuffed. Of course, I fluffed my... Well, it wouldn't have been the killing blow. And it turns out that missing that shot actually gained me my 5th kill. And there it is. Now, if I'd actually hit him with that second last shot, the 4502A would have ended up with a kill. But because the shot bounced and did no damage, it put him on low enough health from the other guy shooting at him after me that my second shot was able to ninja the killing blow. And there you go, the Ferdinand being played very aggressively and racking up 5 kills in Ensk on Encounter. A fantastic game. It's not the best game I've ever played in the Ferdinand, but it was a decent match and very, very enjoyable. So, the Ferdinand on Ensk, a bit of a beast of a machine, especially when it's top tier. Hope you enjoyed that replay. Plenty more where those came from. As always, take care on the battlefield, and I'll catch you next time.